return inside his 25. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Golden Hurricane offense takes the field as we get this game underway. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. And everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. All right, guys, let's take a big view of Tulsa. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters. It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of that.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experiences, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Second down, he'll throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you start a game in the first quarter and you show me I will run my quarterback like you did here, it makes me defend the whole field. It makes me a lot more nervous. You can tell this quarterback will be a threat throughout this field.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. A A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to sling it on 2nd down. It's on target and complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Can't get him. Just shedding tackles. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness to him.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move, he fires. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Let's talk for just a second here about Tulsa. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Just moments ago, the Golden Hurricane stuck in its own end, and now they're generating some momentum. Trying to pound it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. Great job by the back on the option.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
And the extra point was good. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. He'll try to do it himself.
So that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Got his man downfield. Free up the gut. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
And now on second down for this offense. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on third down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Caught over the middle. It's a roll. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A+ here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
He'll turning it on. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down for this offense. This is a designed run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And the Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Working the middle, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
In the red zone, the field starts to shrink as a defense. I don't drop as far in my drops now. I got to understand, I'm getting back quick. That ball is going to come out. Nice job by the defense reacting to the pass and going and making a physical tackle.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Sooners. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Bring in the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. Off play action on first down. That's reeled in. It's Jordan. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They've got the screen set up. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, the attempt is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Sooners want to move quickly. On third and long, try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He's got it on the right.
All right, defense. It ain't working. We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something. Get him on the ground at the 20. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Spears. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coach.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football, trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He wants to change this route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Caught close to the marker. It's Aurora. They'll immediately call timeout. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
The Sooners come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline and be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
With the catch, it's Aurora. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Aurora. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Right on the money. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Throws to the tight end. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was
at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The give to the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's caught downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice.
There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the...
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Sooners. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Throws for the tight end. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Looking to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Tulsa trying to move the chains on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Tompkins. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Rides to back and leaves it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners are rolling down the field.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll move the tight end. Toss to the left. Running to Green. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He takes it at the 45. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Got him downfield. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. High the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
It didn't look to me, guys, like the QB and his target were on the same page on that outbreaking route. I'm not sure if they both thought it was man or zone or what was happening, but I think that helped lead to the incompletion.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Using the quick game. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
And he's coming out of the end zone. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. All right, guys, let's take a big view of Tulsa. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Completes it in the middle. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. caught in the backfield. It's anger. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback, and gain a couple of yards.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his 2nd sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll go to the counter play. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Creates a little room. Got enough for the 1st.
You know, I really like how this offense uses the QB in the running game because he might not be the fastest quarterback in college football, but he's got just enough that you have to respect him and you have to account for him defensively.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. And on 4th down, they'll come up and take the knee.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
QB draw. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the